Check, check.
Do you hear me, sir?
Woo!
I hear you loud and clear. So this is signature. This is where Steve-O parks all the time.
Steve-O Knievel.
Yes, sir.
I'm so happy we're doing this.
Me too, man.
I've been waiting for this for so long. And then I do miss some space between us. But at some point we're gonna fly on the Warrior. We have to fly on the Warrior. So just this is for the camera. This guy on my left, the PIC, he is familiar with this aircraft. The one that I fly, it's a different configuration. It's a low wing. It's a Piper Warrior. This is a Cessna 172.
Let's lower this volume real quick.
Okay, Ray Delta Romeo,
Alright,
clear.
run up. Alright, sir, you ready?
Ready. Ready? She's on the phone. She's ready.
Alright, she's ready.
No, she wasn't ready.
Marathon traffic, White Blue Cessna Skyhawk, turning final for runway 7. Marathon traffic. Good.
Close the traffic. Which runway is it use?
Runway 7 is in use.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I wanted to finish this video in Marathon. It would have been great since we're in the Key to go close by the water, and so you tell me more or less how was it for you, considering we were you were first passengers. The aircraft was like heavier than what you're used to, but we forgot. We had our heads everywhere. I mean, we were more into the flight itself than recording. So how was it for you?
Well, it was definitely a challenging experience, to tell you the honest truth.
Pressure.
Yeah, pressure. I mean, one of the things that they teach you in flight school is be careful with external pressure, and it was a moment to test myself, because I mean, I'm taking up my best friends up in the sky. Obviously you feel pressure to you know, these execute the perfect landings, and you want to do everything so perfect, so you're always doing the things as best as you can. So if anything were to happen prior to the flight or anything, you know, because we've planned this for a long time, so it would be
we planned
really,
it for like a week.
it
before
would be
happened.
really sucky to you know, we get to the airplane and then something's wrong or something small that I'm not really sure about, and then I say like, okay, let's go anyway, because we've been waiting for this for a long time.
Yeah.
So you
prepare for it not to happen.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not as easy as just one day waking up, going to the plane, hopping in, and then just going.
Exactly.
We planned this for a week at least.
So that was something that I really took in consideration, and I was very proud of that as well, because I mean, thank God everything went well, but the pressure was still there, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I guess
first passengers.
and it might be different on the next one. I'm sure there were a bunch of things that we thought of doing that we forgot, because the pressure is different once you're doing it.
Yeah,
I mean, at this point, we're not experienced pilots. I mean,
Right.
I'm still a student pilot. I don't have my PPL yet.
Yeah.
So it's different. So the pressure, like all of this relies strictly on you. You don't have an instructor to rely on.
For sure.
So that puts extra load. And about load, at some point, I know you asked me if I was stepping on the brakes, because it was the first time that you had so much weight in the aircraft. Still within the envelope though, but
So
very up there.
when you're in flight training, most of your flights are conducted either with 2 people on board, one of them be your instructor, or yourself when you're doing solo flights. This time I had 3 people on board, so it was definitely completely different.
And let's say we're all three of us, we're all heavy.
Yeah, so that was definitely challenging as well, because it took me a little bit during the taxi and stuff like that to see how the airplane kind of maneuvered in terms of, like, you know, how it reacts to the power input and stuff like that. Some calculations in terms of stall speeds, because those increase as well as the weight increases. So definitely more things to have in consideration when you're flying an aircraft with more people on board. So we were heavier than normal. That meant a longer ground roll. So that felt completely different too. I mean, it was the first time it was so long.
Not only, I mean, just because of weight, your ground roll is going to be longer, but also we took. Normally, so for those of you that don't know, airplanes always take off against the wind. It helps you to create lift earlier. But here they told us to go on runway 12.
Runway 12. So,
and the thing is that we had a tailwind. So the ground roll, because of the way it was long and because of the tailwind, was longer, even longer. So that felt different too.
Good that you mentioned that, because you asked me what are some things that I would change. That's definitely one of them as well. When you start flying in the early when you just get your
in
license,
the beginning, you don't feel like you can talk.
Yeah, it feels like,
So,
you know, you have
as
the
you get more
air traffic
confidence,
controllers.
you get more confidence, then you feel like you can talk and say, listen, I'm not comfortable with this, and then you can ask them for something different or something else, or request a different runway if you're not comfortable.
That's exactly one of the things that I would definitely do next time. I'll be a little bit more sure about myself in terms of decision making, because we were VFR and there were a couple of jets holding short of 9 or left, which would have given us an actual less of a tailwind, let's put it like that. But they gave us runway 12, and I kind of was okay with it because I was familiar with the airport, so I knew we had around 6,000 feet of runway. So it's okay. But it's not at every airport you have 6,000 feet of runway.
Yeah, and I mean, it not only has to do with that. If you don't feel confident, even if the airplane is capable, if the airport is you have enough runway, it's whatever. If you don't feel comfortable, just, I guess, don't do it. Not for you. Just this for everyone.
Yeah,
if you don't feel, don't do anything if you don't feel comfortable. Doesn't mean you won't get out of your comfort zone, but it's different in this case. Safety, I guess, is like the main thing of pilots.
Oh, that's what I tell myself all the time. I'm trying to be the safest pilot that I can be, and that's what I feel like everyone should do as well. You know,
So okay, to conclude, to close this flight. I'm happy we got to do this, and I'm happy we came on time to the airport. At least we're getting
we
a little bit a little bit of the sunset. But we have to do another video. We should start planning the next flight. Maybe not to Marathon, maybe going up north. I don't know.
Yeah, we can go to Naples or some
Naples
other airports.
Well, we'll see what happens in the future. Just hopefully, I mean, probably the next one is going to be also in the 172, but sooner than later, we're going to go on the Warrior. We have to.
This guy's plane.
So, yeah.
That's the one he flies. I'm high wing gang.
So yeah, we go on the Warrior. That's going to be fun too.
Yeah. So it was one for the books, man, for sure.
Yeah, it was fun. So if you guys like this video, consider subscribing, and if you're already subscribed, you can always leave a comment. Give it a thumbs up. That really helps us. So see you on the next one.